let me also say that it's not by just getting the answer the first time. The main thing is understanding the reason why one answer ranks above the other choices. Sorry, one choice ranks above other choices. And if I miss it, I concentrate very much on the reason why I miss it.
He
For
mentioned
any
this
question,
twice that he was even utilizing the transit hours, and these are small things which normally we miss, because sometimes we feel that okay, we are not getting time, maybe I have a lot of work pressure, and I'm not able to devote time, but then these are the places from where you can take out time, including your transit hour, because those half an hour or 1 hour. Hello everyone, welcome to CISA This Much. This is Aditya, and today we have with us Kayode, who has recently qualified his CISA. So Kayode, first of all, heartiest congratulations and thank you for joining with us and sharing your experience. Before I ask you any question, how does it feel, qualifying one of the golden IT certifications, globally? How does it feel?
I feel awesome. I feel great. It's a huge sacrifice, and I sacrificed a lot, and I'm glad that it came with good results, and let me also add that I cleared it in my first attempt. I
I
feel awesome. I feel good. I feel happy.
Yeah, thank you so much. I liked your answer. I sacrificed a lot because behind huge achievements, there's a lot of sacrifices which we have to make, and this is what defines our success. So, before I ask you any question, can you please introduce yourself, your background, and what made you choose this certification, CISA?
Yeah, I'm proud at this for me. I, I'm into. I'm a graduate of statistics, and I also have masters in business administration. I'm a chartered accountant. I'm a member of Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria. Uh, I have over a decade experience in assurance service, and I'm currently head of internal audit department. This is my little like brief background about myself.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. And how much time did it take for you for finishing this CISA? And what made you choose, like, I mean, let's go for this certification, since you mentioned that you're already a chartered accountant, which is again a valuable degree, right? A lot of people in India, they are also CAs, like you mentioned, you are from Nigeria, right? So and you have decade years of experience. So what made you think, okay, now let me do something else, let me go into some different profile, and let me figure out if this can work, and let me take my career much ahead. So
Okay, two things, two things. One, career, career opportunities in CISA, and that's all that comes with CISA. I can speak of Nigeria and maybe other countries as well. Whenever you see openings, you see part of the certificate, the required certification. CISA is always listed as among the requirements. So that's aside. And also, I want to develop myself in like I mentioned earlier, I've been into assurance service over a decade. So I want to develop myself in information system auditing because now business developments in technology, innovations and development in technology, and a lot of businesses now rely heavily on technology. So and as auditor, if you don't have this information, as sorry, this knowledge, you may not you know you may not be able to like do your work you know effectively. Then also as head, you you need to have like a broad knowledge. And let me also have this that initially I thought CISA is about IT audits, you understand? But when I started the journey, I realized that CISA is more than IT audit alone. CISA covers a lot of things, in business, you understand? So that's what made me to go for CISA.
Great. So, did you find the shift very difficult because from the background which you are coming from? uh, People especially from finance background, accounting background. So nowadays, see, nowadays things are changing. I see even in the syllabus of CPA from US, they have added a lot of IT audit syllabus in their materials. Now things are changing, but people who have qualified earlier, and they are trying, they are scared sometimes. If I am from finance background, if I am from accounting background, whether I'll be able to justify my role as an IT auditor. Things can be technical. I may not understand few things. So did you find that shift difficult, or was it like, okay, no, and also, that is one of the reason, we our I always say that, our courses of highest duration, lot of hours, lot of efforts people have to put in. People do ask me, do I really need to study this much? And then I answer them that, it all depends upon your background also, because the more time you spend over here, the more you invest in getting your concepts clear, the more it will help you in your future.
Yeah, it was very challenging. You understand? It's very challenging because uh, I did not have in-depth knowledge about information systems, like IT audit information system. So coming to this field, it was challenging. Let me also say that especially before, excuse me, before I came across your course, you understand, it was very challenging when I was studying alone myself. You know, it was very challenging. Then also, to to be able to align and think in Isaka way, it was very challenging. So, I will just say, it's time. Let me also say that my residual knowledge initially was also kind of in conflict with the way Isaka thinks. Understand? The way Isaka reasons. So, I found it difficult to, like, to get questions right. You understand? So, and it was challenging. But after a while, after, especially when I came across CISA this much, you understand? When I when I look at domain two, you understand, I also aligned it with the CRM. Um, I started, I gained my balance. You understand? Then I started getting along. You understand? So, and also a lot of things that you mentioned in the course, in the course, things that you used to emphasize, that you think in a circle way. You understand? Like, this is how to reason as an auditor. Stuff like that. Shape me back. Bring me back to shape.
Got it. So what used to be your strategy? Because since you have also mentioned that at the start of the interview, that there were a lot of sacrifices which you have to do. So what used to be your strategy? Like, do you used to study every day on weekdays, or you used to study only on the weekends? uh, do you used to watch the lectures and directly start solving the question answers, or what used to be your strategy for finishing? Because the course is too vast. There are a lot of things, including like that there are, the video lectures is of huge number of hours. Now after these amendments, the number of hours is actually increased. And apart from that, there are a lot of mock tests, there is official QA questions and all those, and then there is CISA review manual. So it also becomes important that you also stay in touch with by revising the contents again and again. So what used to be your strategy?
Uh, I must say that, like I said earlier, it's passing CISA is it requires a lot of sacrifice. And, of course, it is expected that, achieving great things like CISA definitely requires sacrifice. Uh, you know, what I did was like I changed the way I live. You understand? I changed the way I live. And, of course, I can't change my work because I have to work. So you understand? So, boss, which means for the work, say, during work hours, I cannot do anything that I cannot open anything that has to do with CISA because of work. You understand the requirement deadlines. Understand? So, but this is how I did, and I think it worked for me. Is I I I listen to, like I said, then I listen to domain two. I aligned it with CRM. I start to gain confidence in terms of coverage. You understand? And when I observed that it covered a lot, so I I study I study in the morning. I wake early as 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I study to like maybe 1 hour. I study for like 1 hour or 1.5 hours. So I set for work. Then I also stop driving to work, so that in transit, so I can listen to your videos, you understand. So, and let me also say that for the videos, I listen, I watch the videos maybe 5 times, and more than 5 times.
Well,
And I watch it, I got so accustomed to it. I understand, I got every point that you mentioned, you understand, especially when you are making emphasis. So I try to listen to, I try to pay attention. You understand, it's a vast syllabus. You understand, the syllabus is vast, and you can't, just like you used to say, mug up things. You understand, it can't help, especially when you face tricky questions, you can get confused, and choose wrong answers. So immediately I feel I did not check your question and answers. You understand? What I did was that once I finished each domain, I started with domain two. So after that video, I look at QAE. You understand? After that domain two, I got confidence. I think I'm better than when I was reading a phone. You understand? So I and when I'm like I said, when I'm going to work, I stop driving, and I'll also be listening to your video while in transit. Um, so after then, for each domain, there's also a test in your
unit
course. You
test. Yeah.
understand? So I attempt it, and even though initially, still not getting things right. When I contacted you, you said you gave encouragement that I was staying. At least I still tried. It came like it's the support. You understand? So, and I I I I studied for like in a day, like let's say 2 plus, like 4 hours a day, 4 hours a day,
Awesome. Yeah.
3 to 4 hours every day.
Yeah.
After I finished all the domains, then I started the the, the mock test, so to say. Mock test. I started attending to the mock test, which is very important. Very important. There is no, the risk is high if you don't. The risk is high if you don't review, question and answer very well. Let me also say that it's not by just getting the answer. The main thing is understanding the reason why one answer ranks above other choices. Sorry, one choice ranks above other choices. And if I miss it, I concentrate very much on the reason why I miss it. For every question you explain that this is the reason why this one is not correct. So that was what I did, and it's helped me.
Correct. Yeah. In fact, thanks for the detailed answer. And you know, he mentioned this twice that he was even utilizing the transit hours, and these are small things which normally we miss, because sometimes we feel that okay, we are not getting time. Maybe I have a lot of work pressure, and I'm not able to devote time. But then these are the places from where you can take out time, including your transit hour, because those half an hour or 1 hour, it may not sound much during the time when you are actually devoting, but slowly and slowly you realize that every day the day is passing, and every day those half an hour to additional 1 hour of time, it accumulates and it becomes a huge number. So kudos for that. And do you advise young chartered accountants of Nigeria to look for this aspect, for look for CISA certification, try to get into this IT audit domain?
Of course, CISA, I would definitely, I would recommend, I would advise, chartered accountant to, to take the opportunity, to utilize the opportunity to have CISA. Because, like I mentioned earlier, the world is evolving, you understand, and CISA is it's more than the way we see it from afar. You understand, when you dive into it, you know that it's like a broad knowledge. You understand, it's apart from the certification, it adds to your knowledge. You understand, you have idea about almost, in fact, all the aspects of business, all the aspects. Our advice to chartered accountants to guys is, and let me add it again that opportunity, a lot of opportunities is a lot of opportunities, you know, available, attached to having CISA. I can testify to that.
Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing your journey. Any last piece of advice you would like to give to the audience who are currently watching your story and who are, CISA aspirants?
Okay, I will advise that they should stay, focused, understand, concentrate, and it's a sacrifice. It's a big sacrifice to achieve great things like CISA, and focus. Should put their minds together, understand to in this, and they should also like cover a lot of just question and answers. Understand? It's guys, it's very risky to attempt CISA without without thoroughly reviewing QAs, review as much as possible. And the more you do that, you understand Isaaca's mindset. Uh,
Correct.
That is what I will advise people. I mean,
All right. So, thank you so much for sharing your entire journey with us, and I hope that everyone will really gain a lot from this interview. Uh, Thank you and congratulations once again.
thank you, Aditya.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.